Can I figure out what Ontario's Bill 60 actually means for landlords in just 24 hours? Ontario's government has recently passed Bill 60, officially known as the More Homes Built Faster Act, 2022. This bill aims to address the housing shortage in Ontario by making changes to various laws, including the ones that affect landlords. In this video, we'll break down what Bill 60 means for landlords like you. Bill 60 introduces some significant changes for landlords, particularly when it comes to additional dwelling units. One major change is that municipalities can no longer prohibit the creation of additional dwelling units, like basement apartments or secondary suites, in existing homes. This means that landlords can now consider adding these units to their properties, potentially increasing their rental income. However, this also raises questions about zoning and land use regulations. The new rules regarding additional dwelling units have implications for existing rental properties. For example, if you already have a rental property with a secondary suite, you may need to ensure that it meets the new zoning and building standards. This could involve making changes to the unit or obtaining new permits. Additionally, you'll need to consider how these changes will affect your relationships with your tenants. Another challenge that landlords may face is ensuring that these additional units meet the required building and safety standards. This could involve hiring professionals to inspect and upgrade the units, which can be time-consuming and costly. On the other hand, allowing additional dwelling units can also provide an opportunity for landlords to increase their rental income and provide more affordable housing options for tenants. Bill 60 also changes the way zoning laws work. Municipalities can no longer use zoning laws to prohibit the creation of secondary suites or other additional dwelling units. This means that landlords have more flexibility to create these units, as long as they meet the required building and safety standards. However, it's still important to check with local authorities to ensure that your plans comply with all relevant regulations. The bill also introduces new provisions related to the creation of secondary suites. For example, landlords will need to ensure that these units meet certain building and safety standards, and that they are properly registered with the municipality. Tenants in these units will also have certain rights and protections, such as access to laundry facilities and parking. One of the most significant changes for landlords under Bill 60 is the ability to create additional dwelling units without needing to obtain a zoning variance. This can save time and money, as well as reduce the risk of disputes with municipalities. For example, if you own a single-family home, you can now consider adding a secondary suite without needing to go through a lengthy and costly approval process. To illustrate the potential impact of this change, let's consider an example. Suppose you own a single-family home in a neighborhood with high demand for rental housing. By adding a secondary suite, you can increase your rental income and provide more affordable housing options for tenants. However, you'll need to ensure that the unit meets all relevant building and safety standards, and that you comply with all applicable regulations. In terms of preparation, landlords should start by familiarizing themselves with the new regulations and requirements under Bill 60. This may involve reviewing the bill and its related regulations, as well as consulting with professionals like lawyers, accountants, and property managers. By understanding the changes and how they affect your specific situation, you can make informed decisions about how to move forward. So, what are the key takeaways for landlords regarding Bill 60? In short, the bill provides new opportunities for landlords to increase their rental income and provide more affordable housing options, but it also introduces new challenges and responsibilities. By understanding the changes and how they affect your specific situation, you can make informed decisions about how to move forward. If you have any thoughts or experiences with Bill 60, we'd love to hear them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on Ontario's rental market and other topics related to real estate and property management.